The Grizzlies favored on the road here against the Trailblazers. And the Grizzlies, let's take a look here. Grizzlies favored by up to 3.5 now, and the total has gone way up. And this one, the total's gone up for sure. And the move is on the Grizzlies here. I'm showing this total now as high as 222. And the Grizzlies favored by 3.5. There are some threes still out there, but it looks like everything's moving to 3.5 for the 0-5 Memphis Grizzlies on the road here. Memphis on the road without a win yet, favored and moving higher in this one. Now we know that the Blazers do have some key injury woes right now with Simons out with that thumb injury. Yeah, one of the biggest, one of the best young stars, and Scoot Henderson, another young player that's been looking good. He's out, and Ish Wainwright's out too, and he's been doing some good things so far, been contributing. So those are the significant situation here, I would think, is what they're basically saying, that the Trailblazers playing a Memphis team that still should be all that in the end, right? They should be able to fix this a little bit, despite this disastrous start without their superstar. And again, until further Morant didn't seem to get it, right? Look, we don't need to talk about him for the half the season, pretty much. So there's no reason to belabor the point. But it didn't seem like he got it, and doesn't seem like there'll be any change with Morant. Sure, he'll come back and he'll be fine, I guess. But thank you for your comments there on that last game as well. So Memphis, they do have a cover. They're 1-4 against the spread. Meanwhile, Portland 2-3, 2-3 against the number thus far. I gotta think Portland's got some pretty good matchups, even without Simons in the lineup. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon here. Lucci says the injuries, they don't really matter. And he's right to a certain extent. It's baked in the cake. But you do have to, I think the best thing about the injuries is it does give everyone a chance to handicap what's left, and maybe allows a better cappers or better analysis to rise to the top, if anything, right? For example, the biggest games, we know the most information. So that's why it's always kind of the easier ones to handicap. Yeah, anyways, Lucci's always right, anyways, on things kind of like this. All right, for Portland, so Brogdon. I mean, I think Brogdon can do just fine in this game. I think Aiton certainly against Tillman here can probably do pretty well. Now Memphis has pretty outstanding matchups too. I mean, you got to figure Jackson will have a big game, and what's the deal here? Let me see here. Yep, yeah, yeah. All right. I like the matchup also for maybe for who is that? Zaire Williams, I would guess, against Thibault. Anyways, this total, I see this total moving like this down to 222 right now. And or up to two, I mean up to 222. What am I saying? Up to 222, as low as 218 or so. So this has been a pretty big 4-point move so far. It looks pretty serious, but I'm not sure if I can do it just yet in this one. And even though Memphis here, let's see, Portland, Brent's got Portland in this game. So it feels like this is the one that Memphis is supposed to go out there and get, but that's what I felt about the last one. and didn't. So what is could there be could there be a Memphis problem at this point? I mean, they should have a great matchup here. Um, Boy, I really like Memphis. Josh says they're terrible. Fernando says go under. This feels like the one that Memphis is supposed to get. I'm gonna have to take them, you guys. I'm gonna have to take Memphis. I'll just do it on the show here. Prove me wrong at this point. They are 0-5, and I lost with them on this. I think it was on the show last game. Maybe it was a premium. I don't even want to look. But no, I still think more points are necessary at this point. And again, it's going up. It seems like it's only going up. The money, the line is moving towards the Grizzlies, whether it's the money, whatever the case may be. Memphis opened 1.5. It's now 3.5. So maybe it's squares like me saying, oh, Memphis. I mean, come on. Portland's young, weak. They're not very good. Sure, they got a couple of wins, but Memphis, when they going to win one? And maybe I can be off of them after this. Thank you, Velo. That's amazing, right? You think about it, when player number 12 gets the same as player number 1. Maybe that's the way it should be, right? You're all on your own as far as how much money you can make from endorsements, but you're all going to get paid the same salary. And there you see, get more for this than you do for the league championship. So that to me actually sounds kind of broken. I understand that maybe you can entice an NBA player by saying, "Hey, you win the championship, you get all that glory, you'll get more things coming to you in the end, but you're not going to get as much money as if you win this little mini in-season tournament. We're going to give you more money for that to keep you interested in making you play better, play more, play your better players early in the season." That's what it's kind of all about. That's another thing, talking about why players are not the rest, the planned rest and all that. Now you got this on a Friday night. It's for a it's Friday night when all the best players in there if you can. So let's have our tournament here on Friday night.